Boo! Oh, what are you doing?
I was looking for sixpence.
Why are you waggling your legs about in there like a demented stag beetle on its back?
Well, I thought the sixpence had dropped under my body, but as it hadn't, I thought it might have trickled into my turn-up, hence the vigorous shaking motion.
It looked to me as if you're trying to eliminate unsightly stomach sag.
I was combining the two operations, sixpence searching and stomach sag stiffening.
I must say, since your visit to Dr. Groack, you seem to have an almost unhealthy obsession with your health. What did he diagnose?
Well, he said I was in quite good condition for a man in my condition.
You do yourself an injury with that. What else did he suggest?
Well, he said, what else did he say? I don't know, he gave me a good going over.
A reference to your portly figure, I dare say, came into it.
Certainly did, yes. Yes, he said I had a slight tendency to executive bulge.
Executive bulge? Is that what he called it? Due no doubt to your ceaseless eating of caviar and crepe Suzette. I'd call it something more like sandwich spread myself.
Whatever he said, he suggested that I should have a few pounds off here and there.
Did he? He's a fat one to talk about dieting. Dr. Groack, he's all of 18 stone in his stocking feet.
Dr. Groack has glands. It's a personal tragedy. He eats like a sparrow.
Does he? I notice you also go to a barber who is totally bald and rubs useless unguents into your scalp.
Lager and lime is very beneficial to the follicles. After all, hair is a man's crowning glory.
It's your crowning glory, is it? It's a pity you keep your light hidden under such a big bushel in the shape of this cap of yours.
Speak for yourself.
Shall I go and turn the oven on so you can give it a blow wave? Possibly a blue rinse might be a very glamorous addendum to your beautiful coiffure. Pick these little bits out there.
In Renaissance days, people used to put on rouge, beauty spots, wigs, bras, everything.
Yeah. I see you fancy yourself as a new Adrian Street.
Who's he?
Don't you know Adrian Street, the blonde wrestler?
Oh, yeah.
Who, like you, seems to revel in the glories of his own physique.
Yeah, I love watching his Boston crabs.
Do you?
Yeah. He sweeps his hair back when he extricates himself from a triple knee lock. Then he goes like that, flexing his pectorals.
Yes, cracking walnuts with other parts of his body.
Yeah. Strutting round the ring, taunting the crowd, throwing his golden mane.
You fancy yourself as a wrestler, do you?
Yeah, be nice, challenge.
Ladies and gentlemen, a catch-weight contest. In the left-hand corner, Les Kerritt, Mick McManus and Black Quango. And in the right-hand corner, wearing the pink Lurex tights, Dud, the Dagenham Dervish.
You have to have a gimmick though, don't you?
Yeah, I wouldn't go around flashing your armpits like that. I'd rely on your unusual costume and vestments. Why don't you call yourself Dud, the man in the iron Macintosh?
Or Dud, the mad monk who prays for his victims between rounds, then strangles them unmercifully with his rosary.
I doubt if you had the strength to get in the ring, let alone strangle anybody.
I shouldn't underestimate my strength. You don't judge a sausage by its skin. Have you ever tried Indian wrestling?
No, I've never tried Indian wrestling. What is it?
Well, you put your hand up.
You put your hand up where?
You just put it I'll put my hand up.
Yeah, you've already put your hand up.
And then I'll try and force it down.
I'll put my hand up and you try and force it down?
Yeah.
And the winner is elected leader of the tribe for a year, is he?
Something like that.
Yeah, I see.
Come and have a wrestle. After 3. 1, 2, 3.
I seem to detect in this childish struggle a strong underlying whiff of latent homosexuality.
There is nothing homosexual about two grown men sitting down holding hands.
Come on.
No.
Do you enjoy it?
No.
It's good.
Half time.
Ladies and gentlemen, no contest.
Anyway, after all that exercise, it's time for a nourishing snack.
Yeah, I could do with a cup of tea. And is there any more of that Swiss roll left?
Pete, if you wish to poison your body, on your own head be it. The tea in tannin is a deleterious and dangerous stimulant. Furthermore, it is addicting.
It's addicting, is it, the tea in tannin?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I've
Did
been...
I say the tea in tannin?
Yes, you certainly did. You're
Oh,
nice,
I
Dave.
meant was the tannin in tea.
I knew that was what you meant, but I didn't delay. I've been drinking tannin tea since I was a tiny. And furthermore, I could give it up like that.
That's what they all say. They start on soft drinks, then they graduate to tea for even higher kicks. And then it's downhill all the way, frothy cappuccino, black espresso, a lingering death surrounded by damp tea bags.
What do you propose to substitute?
Well, a glass of Adam's ale, natural, free-range spa water from the springs of Morven, uncontaminated by chemical impurities.
And 6 bob a bottle.
Oh, it's a small price to pay for prolonged active life.
What's all this rubbish you're preparing over here?
Oh, it's natural, free-range fruit and vegetables, with a small spoonful of wild rice, just to get my yin and yang balance.
Are your yin and yang out of kilter?
Bit wobbly, yeah.
Wobbly yin and yang, yes. I suppose you get all this stuff from the health food store.
Yeah, Mr. Jones, he's the only bloke who sells unpolluted produce in Dagenham.
Oh yes, Mr. Jones. I saw him getting his supply of free-range whiskey down at the Royal Oak.
Mr. Jones doesn't drink. It was probably for a friend of his.
Oh yes, probably for a friend of his, and he thought the safest way to convey the whiskey to his friend was to place the whiskey in his own stomach. He was in the peak of health, I must say. Peak of health. He sang one bar of Nellie Dean, burped, and fell effortlessly to the floor. Panther.
Mr. Jones is not in the habit of taking unhealthy alcoholic bevies. It must have been his double.
Yes, he had a double or so about it.
Would you give me my wild time, please?
After that Indian wrestling, I've got a nasty feeling I could.
I suppose you're next going to say, why don't you have rosemary with your wild time?
No, I wasn't going to say that. I left that to you.
Oh, the quiz is coming along nicely, look.
Don't you think it a little unnatural to force it out of the flannel with a sunray lamp?
Oh, it's a compromise between nature and necessity. As you know, the last lot I put on the windowsill just collected soot and pigeons' doodah.
Very nourishing indeed. I look forward to some good canned cress.
Go on it. Right, cauliflower, carrots, dates, nuts.
Wonderful.
Remember not to bolt your nuts, Pete. And cat, or an invigorating spoonful of pure honey.
Yeah, straight from your comb, I dare say.
Get that locked down you and you'll never have a yearning for Swiss roll again.
Well, it's quite tasty in a very dull kind of way. I see they've included a free-range grasshopper with the cauliflower. Very good. What are you twitching for?
I'm not twitching. I'm doing isometric exercises. Keeps the facial muscles in trim and balances crowfeet.
You dreadful old Narcissus. You did that sort of thing on the underground, you'd be arrested. His stairs are outside the door. Mr. Body Beautiful.
Oh, I feel a bit dizzy.
You feel dizzy? Sit down then. Right, not on me, thank you very much. You're probably suffering from withdrawal symptoms. Well, you haven't had a cup of tea for about 8 hours, have you? As you say, it is addicting. You can't expect to kick the habit just as rapidly as that. You need a small medicinal dosage to get you on your feet again.
Yes, just a small dosage for medicinal purposes.
I mean, to cut it off just like that would be ridiculous, wouldn't it? Slowly and gradually.
Perhaps if there's any of that free-range Swiss roll, I might as well force some.
There we are. Now then, why don't you combine this with marine exercise 481? Do you know what that is?
No.
Take the Swiss roll in your left hand.
The Swiss roll?
The Swiss roll in your left hand. And raise it rhythmically to the lips in time with the music.
Right.
And 1, 2, 3, up to the lips, down 2, 3, up to the lips. Let the body do the work. Up 2, 3, down to the lips. Now combine it with the right hand, tea pressing. Take the tea in the right hand. Up 2, 3, in.